What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Cover 2 podcast. As always, I'm host Lawson Turner, and we're back from a little 2 week break. But, but, football season is right around the corner. Preseason starts tonight. But I wanted to talk about Team USA pulling out the game against Serbia 95-91. This was the matchup that I expected USA to not struggle, but as Brian Windhorst said a couple weeks ago, they're probably going to have to play Serbia 3 times. Once in the exhibition, once in the group stages, and then this game. And I thought the third game would, be the toughest due to just in general. It's hard to beat a team 3 consecutive times, even though we have the, overwhelming talent discrepancy. Serbia jumped up to a 17-point lead in the first half, and they were up, I want to say, 11 to start the fourth quarter. I think that when it comes down, to me, the best part out of this whole Olympics run, when the games get tight, whenever they have, and this has been one of, the South Sudan game, tight. This game, tight. It's been the old dudes. Curry was sensational. The second highest points in a single game in U.S. men's Olympic history with 36 points. He was fantastic. Him and LeBron were the heartbeat for the majority of the United States offense early. Joel Embiid, fantastic game for Joel Embiid's, lack of not effort, but lack of his performances through the first handful of games. He was fantastic with 19 points, only 4 rebounds. Now, my thing with Joel before I get to LeBron, when the United States were making their run in the fourth, Joel, I don't know if it was due to lack of attention to detail, lack of just on-court awareness at the time, because emotions are emotions are flying high. You're making this awesome comeback, and Serbia really had chances down the stretch to really put the dagger in the U.S. with their second chance opportunities. They had one possession in which it led to a Jokic layup, where Serbia got 3 offensive rebounds in just a single possession, just rebound, 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 Jokic layup. So it's like that. And Joel, you're there because you are one of the best big men in the NBA and your size. Now let's go to LeBron. LeBron not only had a triple double, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 6 for 9 from the floor, 2 for 4 from 3 was fantastic. What I noticed in the fourth quarter, LeBron took the Jokic challenge because we knew defensively, I should say, we know Jokic's strengths are his size, his weight, his girth, and his touch around the rim and his playmaking. And Jokic was getting in the low block, and even though, Embiid was doing a good job on him, Jokic was still making every pass out of the post. And LeBron's not as big as Joel, but due to, it's a size difference that it didn't give Jokic problems. But when you see the oldest player on the court, the one of top 3, in my opinion, the best basketball player ever at age, he's going to be 40 this year, really, lock into the best player on the court. Like, LeBron is probably going to win MVP of the tournament. They face France on Saturday, and this, if they'll probably beat the brakes off of France. However, let's not talk about that yet. Let's move on to Serbia. Jokic he was fine. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists. It was good. It was above average, obviously, for Jokic. He was 0 for 6 from 3, though, and that's really like, whoa. And that's from a team in Serbia that over the past couple games, in their previous game against Australia, they weren't raining threes. And in this game, they were raining threes. Now, the U.S. outshot them from 3 from a, from a percent perspective, but it was just everything for the first 3 quarters, and even early in the fourth quarter, they were just raining threes with Bogdanovich and Darvamovic. Like, this was a game that when they were down 17 early, I could feel it teetering, and if Serbia could just push the envelope to 20, or when US makes their run, if they could just hit a timely three here, and they were through 3 quarters. But in the fourth, it really came down to, like, the last 13 points were scored by LeBron, Curry, and Durant. And those are the three players that have defined this era of basketball, and one could argue the three best players of this era. And that's what stood out to me. Out of the 40-minute game, Serbia led for 34 minutes and 57 seconds. US only led for 3 minutes and 40 seconds. This was a game that I wanted to see. I wanted to see how, because this would eventually happen. They were going to be in a close game. They were going to be down early. It was going to be tight late. And I wanted to see if the U.S., one of, if not the most talented team we've ever sent to the Olympics, could pull a game like this out. Because when you pluck these players from their teams in the NBA and you drop them into a team together, that doesn't always mesh. You even see that in the NBA when you get superstars all on a team, and it's like, okay, well, how do we play together? And when Curry hit the three for the lead coming off of a screen, that's that's what Curry's done his entire career. Dangerous without the ball, came off a screen, wide open three, smack for the lead. And then US gets a stop. LeBron fast break, freight train layup down at the other end. And then when Bogdanovich got an and one to cut it to a 2 point game, Durant called off a screen and got to the mid range and made the signature Kevin Durant jump shot midi. Like, that's one of the biggest things to me. We know who these players are in the pantheon of the greats, but they're the oldest guys on the court, and that's who this team is depending on. And they're showing up and they're showing out, and it's been awesome to watch. And I cannot wait to see, are they going to beat the brakes off of France, or will Wimby and Rudy and their and France, who's the home team, if home team advantage was ever a thing, um, if games even semi close. I don't think it'll be close. I think the U.S. will just dog walk them, but we'll find out. I think it's Saturday afternoon. Well, that's all I have for you guys in this episode of the Cover 2 podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to get back in the groove. And with the NFL coming out, we got a lot of football things to talk about, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.